So, you see anything funny happen at a recent Coldplay concert
Oh,
on
yeah,
social media?
some couple like ran away when they played huge jumbotron on them or something like that.
Oh my god!
I don't
Not
know
just
if they're
any couple.
yeah. Oh yeah, I was about to say. I was like, are they important or something? I don't know.
Yeah, CEO of a particular company called Astronomer,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and you know who he's having an affair with, quote unquote.
Oh yeah, his HR department. Is are times that hard that he needs to, give extra favors to his HR lady so that she'll, help him increase his pay or something like that?
Bro, if you're a CEO of a company, you're telling me the head of HR is the one you're gonna pick to have an affair with? Come
I
on.
have no idea.
Go with you. Yeah, you do.
At least have an affair with another CEO.
You can put your mind in that dude's mind, in that dude's reality. Like, okay, 50 plus. Yeah, he's married and 2 kids. I'm not condoning cheating, FYI.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do it, there's a saying: if you're gonna do something wrong, do it right. So
Exactly.
don't pick the 50-year-old. Pick the 21-year-old intern.
Well,
who could be like your
and
daughter's
also-
sister.
That and also do a better job of hiding it. Yeah.
Oh, if you're gonna break the rules and you're in public with your spouse, not saying I'm not married and we're not, and not saying this is right or wrong, not definitely not condoning it, but bro, you're in public, you're a CEO of a company, you're gonna be familiar, your face is familiar, and then if you're gonna surpass the boundary of your particular relationship, which is your business, like the world's gonna see it.
Sure.
And that is the most viral meme. The internet has never been so united in terms of memes.
In terms of at least making memes. Yeah, just putting it out there now for everybody to see. It's crazy.
Have you seen the memes? Okay, my favorite is they have Leonardo DiCaprio's face on the camera guy, like the camera guy ruining the life of a millionaire CEO is just looking like.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I've seen that one. I've just seen the one where they made like a lot of the AI memes.
Yeah.
So like it's like what were their actual reaction? Like one of them was he like picked her up and he like threw her somewhere and he ran the other way. And of course another one was just both of them running. That's and then another one was like him going, I'm the CEO of this company, I can do whatever I want.
I saw that too.
That's funny.
So, welcome back to the podcast, Just Some Perspective podcast. My name is Mosh Rahman. I'm joined today by Mr. Sid, aka the Nerdy Mark.
Yeah.
Still the Nerdy Mark?
Yeah, I'm getting back on the content stuff. I've kind of made some changes. Life happens,
I want to talk about that as well. That's a thought I had a long time ago. But we've done podcasts before. We're big into the we were more in the nerdy side of things, if you will.
Oh yeah.
Literally, the name being Nerdy Mark.
Yeah.
But we love if this doesn't give it away, we like superheroes over here. I have a Batman sticker there.
Oh yeah.
And in fact this phone.
Your phone, yeah, I saw that.
Has that.
That's
So
dope.
we like superheroes over here.
Mhm.
And that's kind of it is our
That's how we,
our big common ground that really it started our journey into, in general, content creation.
Pretty much.
What would you say?
Pretty much.
And that was a big, besides that, you've also kind of worked into other things, or got into other spaces, right?
Oh yeah. I got into of course pro wrestling at some point, which I still watch. I don't do it as much as I used to. I used to do a podcast. We're still working on getting it back up. We're doing a podcast with my good buddy Tim Farley. Shout out. Called the Nerdy, not the Nerdy, called Arbor Audio. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
I think I was slightly involved with that.
For a little bit, and then and of course I kind of took over a little bit more because they had another member named John. Tragically, he passed away 2 years ago. Rest in peace. I actually go every year to see his mom.
Good.
Because that's the least I can do, and of course once she almost made me cry because she was like, Sid, you're basically my son. I was like, oh my god, don't do this.
Crying is perfectly normal,
Yeah.
and if anyone thinks otherwise, that it's not okay to,
Yeah.
they're completely wrong. Because to not feel feelings is to not be human.
Exactly.
You know who doesn't feel feelings? AI.
Yeah.
That
Well,
is
I mean,
the
they have
machine.
they have like the LLMs or the language learning stuff,
Large language models.
large
yeah.
language models, and those are like simulate feelings. But if they weren't programmed by
That's
humans,
programmed.
you know,
That's not real.
that's what I'm saying. If they weren't programmed by human beings, then you know.
Yeah. We'll get into the AI scare later because
Sure.
that is there's no escaping that. It is what
Sure.
it is. It's part of the world. But back to the fun viral moment on social media.
Oh
thanks
yeah.
to
Sure.
thanks to our lovely CEO of Astronomer and the head of HR.
And it-
My God.
Okay, hey, look. If
Yeah.
you want to get a job in astronomer, you know what you gotta do.
Dude, the next in line just got promoted to CEO, by the way. The next in line for that company. It's like,
Hey.
oh, I guess you're the now interim CEO. Because that's just a bad look. They just can't, you just can't go back to work the next day being the most popular thing on the internet.
Right.
Because of both of you people are having an affair for the same company. Like,
Yeah.
you can't work. Oh, hi, how was your evening?
I mean, at this point, let me think about it. At this point, that guy's he's probably loaded. He and his HR buddy, they both can go and go off and live in some island and retire.
It's not going to happen.
You know.
But what another meme? So there was a photo of his wife, who's beautiful, plus three children, and the meme is simply over the family photo of them saying, "Mom, how do we get so rich? Oh, because because your father, happened
Went
to
to a
go to a
Coldplay
Coldplay concert with the head of HR, and now we're rich because of the divorce."
Something like that. Yeah, that one was funny. I got a kick out of that one.
So
Now they've also started putting like famous characters
yeah.
there. Like I think I saw one with Harry Potter, with his arms around Hermione. So I saw one with Obi-Wan and Padme. I was like, oh my god.
There was other games like Phillies games, baseball games,
Yeah.
which is
And
this
then
baseball
the
season.
Coldplay cam.
They had that, yeah. They had mascots doing it.
It's only been what, 24 hours?
It's less than that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, slightly more. Right now, slightly more than that because it's a Saturday afternoon. But
Yeah.
at the time, yeah, it was very.
At the time it was recorded, yes.
Welcome to the social media world.
Right.
Yeah, and I was. We talked about this last time. That was my chair.
Yeah.
So, how can you describe social media? Because it's. Let me articulate, right? So, you cannot not have social media if you want to be someone of significance, and especially if you want to build a brand or have a presence or promote something.
Exactly.
You can't not be on it. At the same time, if you're always consuming it, you're living some sort of a false reality, and you think like all these folks are multimillionaire jack people living in the Bahamas or something, or in
They have
Turks
no
and Caicos.
problems.
And they have no problems because that's their highlight reel.
Maybe
obviously.
further from the truth. But yes.
And we only see people's highlights. It's not like they're I woke up today with like a headache and and I lost a job. No one posts about that.
I mean,
right?
shit. People have migraines and they're waking up and they don't post that.
Yeah, and nobody's gonna post, or very few people post. I lost my job. Some people do now actually.
Yeah.
But or you like the failures. I am seeing a trend though of folks like coming out and saying I got laid off and I don't know what to do. It's a TikTok or something. But I'm trying to understand.
There should be a trend getting laid off, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I saw a video of people on TikTok or whatever talking about, because it's like that's a job market situation, right? Now, I was gonna say, how would you, can you compare social media to anything else? Because I don't know what to compare it to, because you almost can't live without it. You pretty much, if you want to be relevant in today's tech world, but like with it, you're almost in this false sense of reality too. You know?
Yeah, it's really something that you have to like figure out how to navigate, and you cannot, like you said, be so like distracted by the highlight reels of people, because let's face it, even the dude posing, in front of the Lamborghini. First of all, there are places that will actually rent those cars to you.
Yeah.
So who's to say he didn't just go and rent it out for just one picture, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know they don't tell the full story.
Yeah.
You don't know what the behind the scenes is. You don't know what's going on. So it's like
It's not hard to rent a Ferrari, by the way.
yeah, I know.
I rented a Porsche earlier this year.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah,
What kind?
It was just a birthday present for myself. It was on Turo. Have you ever checked out Turo?
I think so.
It's
I haven't checked it out, but I've heard of it.
it's like Airbnb for cars.
They have like an Airbnb for everything.
Everything. Thank you Airbnb for creating this whole model of
Right.
renting things out, including
Yeah.
cars and sort of things. But it was a Porsche 911 Turbo, I guess.
Okay.
Very straightforward.
I've seen that.
It's an older one, 2012.
Yeah, I kind of like the vintage style, especially with the cars. I love vintage cars. Like I was actually playing a game called Mafia. Like I like the Mafia
I heard
series.
of that game.
Mafia 3 takes place in the 60s, so you get like old school like sporty cars and classy cars. I'm just like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
It's just driving around in those cars is just fun to do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I agree.
But what I was saying is like you don't know like the behind the scenes,
Yes.
so you don't have the full story. So don't, like you said, don't compare the half truth to your full truth, if that makes sense.
I'm also trying to make the point that we kind of live, reality's almost become social media, because in this viral case, in this viral guy's example, like he was just a dude at a Coldplay concert who happens to be CEO of that certain small company, and he happened to have a thing going on with this head of HR lady, and they happened to be caught on the kiss cam at the concert, and his reaction, which by the way, note to those listening, just in case that happens to you, just play it cool. Just don't pretend nothing's wrong, okay? Like play it cool. Don't make a scene, and no one would care, okay?
Right.
FYI, in case you.
Yeah, because like the lead singer, he was like, oh, they're either really shy or they're probably having an affair.
That was cold, man. Yeah.
They're Coldplay.
Yes. So that dude's reality is now social media.
Pretty much.
Do you see my point? It's
Yeah.
all over social media, and
Yeah.
and now okay, he's also the CEO. It's a very high example, because he's most people aren't CEOs of companies, and this dude is.
Right.
And this is I don't know anything about this company. It's called Astronomer. They do something tech related,
Yeah. I think it's like data.
something data
I
related.
think with data.
So, and I'm sure he's done other businesses or whatever it is, and so he
All that work.
he uses social media for his business anyway. He has to, and to promote his company, promote products. That's what he would do, and his business would do, right? So he needs social media, but now it's become the complete detriment to him because of
Pretty much. Yeah.
because
It's a double-edged sword.
now like obviously they're guilty of being together,
Yeah.
being caught. They're guilty of being caught. I'll be honest, because if they weren't caught, nobody would know, right?
Exactly.
But a lot of people are now. If God forbid it happens to someone like us or someone we know, like we're become viral for something bad, right? Nobody wants to be that, but someone's gonna be it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, so it's his reality now. So if he just deleted social media and never downloaded again, could he just wipe off the face of the map and nobody would remember? You know, like what do you think?
Well, yeah, he can, wipe off social media and, live under a rock with his HR girl. But I'm pretty sure that the rest of us won't follow suit. So it's gonna be around. And also, like you said, with the memes, that as fun as they are,
Yeah.
they do, a lot of people like to trace the origin of that meme, and you'll see the origin of the meme is these two people having a time at the Coldplay concert and getting caught. So for the lack of a better word, the legacy of that whole incident is probably going to live on. But
Yes.
I think honestly though, it is a smart thing for him to do is just lay low and just kind of, I would say, get off social media and like I said,
I would.
go to an island and just retire.
If he can afford it, yeah. And oh god.
Oh yeah,
Was that a segue? Because do you know what that is leading me to? Because I'm just like, oh my god. Should we segue now? Because that's a
Sure.
crazy.
To what?
That's a crazy segue. Speaking of islands, sir.
What island?
There's one in particular that's got the world by storm. God, that's the craziest segue ever.
Right.
Since we're here, whatever.
Yeah.
So, Epstein.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So a person notorious, the most notorious person ever, who's attached to an island.
Yeah, but it apparently doesn't exist. So.
Yeah, apparently we all just simultaneously had like a figment of our imagination.
Something like
apparently, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the MIB should just come and do the thing and just wipe our
Yeah,
memories.
pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah. So any other? What are you thinking, man?
Okay, it's so weird because, and I was thinking about this, like, with, and this is not me saying that I support or don't support the guy, but when Trump was campaigning, I feel that a lot of it, the selling point was I'm going to release the Epstein list,
Yeah.
and the left, and Biden administration, they're holding it hostage, and we're gonna expose everybody. And then when he got elected, there was like a video, I don't know if you saw it, of like a bunch of like officials from the Republican Party carrying these like folders, like, oh, look what we got here, oh, we got the Epstein list.
They had they had binders that said a client list and number one or something. They were holding them like that. Yeah.
And then after all of a sudden they're like, what Epstein list? What are you talking about? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
This is the Twilight Zone. It's the Twilight Zone.
It's oh man, I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, it's crazy. The government thinks we're dumb. The government thinks the people are dumb, and here's a benefit of social media, and not the censored stuff, not Facebook where you can't really have an opinion, but X is the last frontier of having almost entirely fully free, unless it's like specifically hateful or something, like speech.
Yeah.
And I think we can agree that Elon, we agree with Elon in the sense that freedom of speech means nothing if the person you disagree with can't speak. Is it okay to disagree and share what you want to say?
Can't disagree freely. Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of freedom of speech. And you could go into the level of like, you don't have any democracy anymore, you don't have a country anymore, because every country that took away their citizens' freedom of speech, what happened? No more democracy, right? It's more of a very totalitarian thing there. So we can agree with Elon there, and you have X, right? You follow there?
I do have it. I don't have it on my phone right now, but that's for other reasons. But
it's probably better. But I check it on my laptop, once in a while, and all that conversation is there every day. It's on a regular basis, and and when you follow big time political folks, we know Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, Joe Rogan's the #1 podcaster, so it's obviously on top of his mind. Megyn Kelly, who, and by the way, I made a whole 360 circle. I did a full 180 because I used to see myself way more politically left, but now I'm way more middle for sure. And if I'm being honest, central toward hitting with the meter going closer to the right. Honestly,
yeah, right leaning, sure.
Right leaning, but like somewhere in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, actually, these people have something to say, and not just something to say, but like I think they're making a point that I would have missed if I wasn't so like brainwashed to the others.
Yeah, I think this is like because on both sides they have like extremes, and people like will just take, for example, Trump's word as gospel, or whoever the Democratic Party has, they take their word as gospel. Like it's like they're one of those people who they think that they're God, and my thing is like I'm completely against like hero worship, especially because being from India and we have so many of these film stars, and there's like so much hero worship, Bollywood hero worship going on there. I'm heavily against it because it's very like it's not healthy in my opinion.
What's funny is we could, that's a rabbit hole we could go to in terms of like we could go into the fictional world and use that example to dive into further. Like that's on a nerdy side note. That's what Lex Luthor in DC world once said, like, I can't stand Superman because hero worship is never good, and everyone looks up to him. Superman is the great symbol of hope and everything, and you end up, if there was a Superman for real, like a real alien who had those powers,
I'd be scared.
Obviously you have to be a little bit worried, right? Because like that dude can do anything, has only one weakness, but so it makes sense to be skeptical. And Lex, the ultra genius, but also and rich, but also mentally kind of insane and
Unraveling.
way too big egomaniac. At least he's like, look, we gotta like be careful. We gotta like have some guards up, and we can't just worship this guy like he's the savior of all of Earth, and he just came out of the blue, and there's no cost to it. And so, yeah, that's what I thought of when we were saying hero worship.
Yeah. Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got that. But it's kind of funny because it's a lot of times now these days we have villains in movies that we start to agree with more. You know? Like I think I saw something, and I'm sure you've seen it. Like being a kid is, liking the hero, but being an adult is understanding the villain. Something like that.
I have another quote similar to that. So there's
gonna be a lot of chair adjusting.
There's a quote here. The hero and the villain have the same background.
Yes.
They both come from pain. Okay. They both have pains and in their life, a lot of pain. The hero says, "The world hurt me. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't hurt anyone else." The villain says, "The world hurt me. I'm gonna hurt the world back." That's the difference.
Pretty much.
So it's hard to understand if you're 10 or something. If you're a child, then ooh, Superman, Batman, you don't really care. You just like the heroes.
Yeah.
But now when you're 30 plus and you're an adult and you're real life doing real life stuff and then have to do the adult stuff, okay, actually it's not that simple. It's complicated. And they're flawed folks, both sides, and they have a reason for what they do to do what they do and so forth. And coming back to our world, you know what, man? No government, no matter what they're guilty of, ever looks at themselves as a bad guy. Do you know that?
That is true. And those are the best type of villains.
Nobody.
Those are the best type of villains, the ones that think that they're the good guy.
But everyone's thought they're the good guy. And there are folks who say, there's a point saying that history is decided by the winners.
Yeah.
You ever heard of history by the losers? The
Right.
loser of major war? Like, no, because if Germany happened to win, like it'd be a whole different reality.
This podcast would be in German, and we probably have to say,
I don't know. Something
probably
like
have to have
that.
a certain symbol up here.
Who knows? Yeah, right.
It's been actually bastardized by, who.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Swastika thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heil.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's a bastardized version of like what it's actually supposed to be.
I never thought about that the victors actually write the history books, because we are when you're in school you read a history book and you think nothing of it. Yes,
Yeah,
July.
Because I have to study for a test. That's all I care about.
The U.S. Independence Day is July 4th, 1776. Okay, I remember that for the test question. And the Declaration of Independence was signed by these founding fathers. I know their names. India had their history, and then
India, Pakistan, those.
and then the British Empire
The
was
British
between this period of time to this period of time, and then there's independence. We remember those dates and the time and the location, but that's what the books say. But we never thought to question, like, why did that happen, or what else was going on, or what reason.
Mm-hmm.
We had no reason to, because we're just trying to pass the class, right?
Yeah, they'll kind of give us like a high level reasoning for it, but it's never like you really don't. They barely scratch the surface.
And I'm no historian, but I don't think the Brits saw themselves as bad guys,
No, they didn't.
right?
They didn't.
And I mean, I know in certain ways they could be looked as that, and I was just
Yeah, you
thinking,
should watch Bollywood movies and see how much like they show
I bet they
portray that they're very villainous, because like they're like oppressing the women and children and raping them and pillaging them, which I don't think that it's completely inaccurate. I'm sure there were some people who did that, but also, like you said, they all probably thought, no, we're just doing this for the greater good,
so
or it's best for business.
that's the example, right? We need to use these. That's the best way to make the case, is that history is written by winners,
Yeah.
because the British, that's history. It doesn't matter how you feel, because it happened in the past, and we have nothing to do with it. But we're in a product of a society and a world because of what happened in the past, and that's part of it. And they did colonize the world to a certain point, and then America, it's like, hey, actually, we're going to be independent.
Yeah, we're good.
And they became first, and then slowly that empire became just like, okay, we need to we're no longer the same.
It's ironic because their line was the sun never sets on the British Empire. And it's like, how's that working out for you?
I have British family. I have cousins there. I just visited London. It's really fun, actually.
Oh yeah,
it's nice.
I'd love to go there sometime.
I joke with them all the time, and I send them memes, and I send them, hey guys, enjoy work on July 4th.
Yeah, I love that. Yep, I've seen that. Those are fun.
You see the meme? And,
That was funny.
I was like, hey guys, remember, first one by land, two by sea. I mess with them. They're
That's
like,
crazy.
and for British cousins, shout out to my cousins. They're
Yeah.
like, you'll be back, you darn traitors.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's who cares?
I mean, you should just bring up Brexit.
Exactly. So in other words, history is written by winners, and it happened in the past. It has nothing to do with us. We read based on what the books say for our purposes, but we never really question why. But now, if you do look into it deeper, you can be like, maybe there's something there we missed or whatever.
Yeah.
It's not because we only care about what the winning.
There's always like you always as you comb through the history, there's always going to be something you miss.
Yeah.
And so you have to always look at it objectively, because I think that's one thing that a lot of people aren't able to do because we're so like in caught up in our emotions, you know.
We're jumping around a bit. I was like, wait, why are we here? Okay, because we went from
The Epstein list.
you know how we got here? Epstein's Island.
Yeah, I mean,
to
but it's
the
okay
Hoax.
because it doesn't exist, so it's fine. We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, this can doesn't exist either because I
Yeah.
said so.
It's crazy because, like, see, the only thing is because though there's apparently the list is like a bunch of A-list celebrities who are
Oh yeah, powerful people.
doing, unspeakable things.
Not just
with
celebrities, but like us, like the top
celebrities,
billionaires we know.
politicians, like high influencing people,
Top billionaires.
and so billionaires. So and it's like it's crazy to think that those people are behaving with children inappropriately in an island dedicated to it. Like
Yes.
that's pretty messed up, you know.
Yeah, man, and I don't want to go too deep into this conspiracy theory rabbit hole
Yeah.
because I'm sure you've seen podcasts that talk about that, right? And there are actual celebrities that were like, yo, they would, Cat Williams, for example.
Yeah,
You
yeah, Cat
have to
Williams.
have seen one of his, right?
I've seen I saw his, of course, his Shannon Sharp one, and I also saw the one that Joe Rogan did, and the one that Theo Von did.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So these are celebrities who are public figures who people know, and if anyone knows ins and outs of the industry and including what weird and potentially satanic stuff would go on, it's them,
Yeah.
right? So why would we question it? And yeah, but we don't have to go into that detail. We're not
No,
really
yeah.
in the seat of
Yeah, because unfortunately, well, I'll just say one thing, because unfortunately, like, there's no, like, tangible evidence of any of those rituals or any of those practices happening. But if it came out that they were doing those things, I wouldn't be surprised, you know.
yeah.
That's why that's why I'm like a little bit like, I don't watch as many.
Have you watched Joe Rogan recently at all?
I didn't watch his like latest episode. But I think the last one of his I saw was the one where he interviewed this dude. I don't know if you've seen the movie or heard of the movie Jackie Brown
Yeah, I've heard of
with
the movie.
Johnny Depp and Al Pacino. So Johnny Depp is an FBI agent, and he infiltrates the mob with the help of Al Pacino, who's a hitman
Okay.
for the mob. And then that's kind of the story. He interviewed like the actual person who did that, and that was
Oh.
pretty cool. I've been getting into like mob stuff. Like I've been watching like Sopranos and stuff recently. It's a
Gangster.
great show. It's a great
Yeah,
show.
speaking of people with power.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was saying if you happen to see the episode or hear, you can hear it.
Yeah.
If you happen to listen to the episode with Kash Patel, who is the new
Oh yeah, gosh.
FBI director,
I haven't watched it yet.
Kash Patel himself, I can briefly summarize. He said, if I had something to show the public, if there's something exists, a tape with people and location, I would give it up. He claims there isn't any. Kash Patel says, not mine, right? And you can, this is on YouTube, this is on there, you can listen to it or watch it again. But he simply claims, and I'm very much highly summarizing here, that if any tapes exist that he can share, he would. Now, they also mentioned that it's if the nature is so vile that you see real, damage being done to minors, it's really, really bad. That's stuff they wouldn't want people to see, and therefore they wouldn't probably show in general.
They wouldn't show it.
Do you see my point? But like, he claims if they exist, which they don't, according to that, he would have shared.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Epstein, in that way, I guess Epstein didn't have like a bargaining chip with all the other people who came. Unlike Diddy, because he's apparently
I don't even want to talk about.
Yeah, apparently he reported everything, which is weird, but also I can kind of get it because it's leverage.
Oh god. Yeah, you know what? We do live in the Twilight Zone or the Matrix. I don't know how would you describe it?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, sure. Matrix is fine because I mean everything.
Isn't it weird?
We're all in this today.
Isn't it weird? Is it Black Mirror episode? I don't know what the hell. It's
crazy. Apparently, according to Elon Musk, like they're gonna take this and implant it into our brains. So good stuff, right?
I mean, not by force. Like that's the
but
point of Neuralink is to help people who have a deficiency like blindness or deafness to just give them the ability that technology can give. But I'm saying that's his PR.
That's the thing. That may be the goal, but it can get abused. Absolutely. Just like for example, like GLP-1 drugs, they are for people who are like, diabetic or have actual issues with weight loss. But now like celebrities are just getting access to it and like,
you mean Ozempic?
Yeah, well, it's a GLP-1 drug, so.
Dude, I've seen people look really bad with that, and I think Ariana Grande is also using that, which is weird because you're already pretty thin. Like I don't get why you need to, but that's your business. I don't care. But not looking better in my opinion from before. So whatever.
I mean,
anyway, teach their own.
Right.
So yeah, man, we definitely live in Twilight Zone, Matrix. We live in this weird reality for sure. So when you're on social media, you see it, and so all people connected to it. It's only real because people are all connected to it online at the same time. If everyone happened to just log off or disconnect, would it be there still? Like then you're just in your regular day life and doing your regular thing.
Yeah, it was
right.
Yeah, it was great. It was called the '90s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Last generation. We talk about that a lot on this podcast. So we and anyone our age or young or right above 26 or whatever is the last generation to have grown up entirely when you're young without tech.
Without tech or like emerging tech, very low tech.
Very low. Oh yeah. So anyway, let's get some more fun topics.
Kids, look up dial-up modems.
What's that? No, I'm kidding. I know what it is. I'm being facetious.
Right.
Sorry.
You were saying?
I remember that. No, you're good. Dial-up modems. I remember that sound was not fun.
No.
Do you remember the sound that made?
Yeah, I do. It's like ingrained. I'm not gonna do it.
It's really high pitched sound and like it sounds like a cat dying or something. It's crazy.
Sure. Yeah.
I've heard that. It's not fun. It's weird. Anyway, on a lighter note, how's your love life going?
It's going all right. It's going good. I mean,
it
is what it is. But I'm talking to someone right now, and it's good.
Good, because apparently 60 to 80% of men are not even dating.
Wow.
And they're definitely not married between the age of 18 and 40. This is a real stat. This is a real statistic. A new study confirms shift. Millions of men have stepped away from dating entirely, and experts can't figure out why. And now I've done a lot of research into this topic, and I myself have been single for some time, but I also understand the landscape I'm part of, so I understand that a lot of people don't understand it.
Yeah.
But I would love to hear your thoughts on it.
Okay, to me, and I actually, to be honest with you, no, I'm glad you put that drink down, because you might spit it out if I say what I was about to say. I've actually never been in a relationship before.
I'm not gonna spit out.
Yeah, I know. I was also being facetious, Anyway, but I've actually never been in a relationship, partly because of my, of course, being South Asian, the whole upbringing, but also as I started to look around and see what was happening. I've dabbled in nightlife a little bit here and there. Like I've gone to clubs, I've gone to the bar and things of that nature, and I don't know, like I just didn't really care for like the vibe
Yeah.
over there.
I feel you. I
'Cause
grew
it's-
out of it.
Yeah, because it's weird. Because it's like the women and the men, they're both like acting like they want to like hook up, but they also don't want to hook up.
Yep.
And I'm just
It's all a
like, make
game,
it
man.
make sense. But I think like, cause that statistic, I think more guys are getting tired of it, and they're like, you know what? I'm kind of tired of just sleeping around. I'm tired of shallow conversation. I'm just tired of just this hookup culture is just ridiculous, you know. And so
I think that only applies to men or people who are not getting any success at all. I don't think that applies to dudes who are getting success. Do you see my point? If
Okay.
you happen to be a dude that's getting success in your dating life,
in dating, yeah.
why would what are you gonna give up? Like you're successful. You're
Well,
getting
yeah, but the thing is,
something.
if they're not with a person that is aligning with your values and principles, then they're like, I mean, I can't find anybody. That's the thing. The thing is,
Do
success.
you know that 60%
success-
of dudes aren't getting any dates at all? Do you know that? Like what about
not getting any dates.
zero? Okay, let me.
Okay.
You may not be. I thought you knew this statistic, but
I,
let me educate you, man.
dude, I don't watch the news.
I didn't say I watched the news. I said this is dating.
I haven't researched any
Let
of
me
those things.
finish. Yeah.
I'm
This
sorry.
is all. This is statistics and research done all on YouTube, which with a ton of channels, like hundreds of channels. There's hundreds of channels on this stuff.
Okay.
But there is dating app data. It's just numbers. It's databases,
yeah.
right? Here's the data. It's the average number of right swipes for males, all males, is 50% of the time. Very reasonable, makes sense.
Okay.
The average amount of right swipes for the females, 20% of the time. You know what that means? They are swiping left on 80% of dudes on all dating platforms, all of the
Yeah.
world, all of them. So 80% of dudes, and I'm sure I'm in there. Let me finish.
Mhm.
Is they're not getting any matches, so they're not getting even an opportunity to date. You see my point?
Mhm.
Now, why that is up for debate. A lot of reasons.
Yeah.
There's a lot of channels about that. But that's simply data from dating apps that's been acquired from Bumble and Hinge or whatever. And now some dating apps like Bumble, which is the female one, the female makes the move first. They're actually losing business because like a bunch of users
There's
are
a lot of
starting
people
to
swiping left.
or they're leaving.
They're leaving.
Forget about swiping left. You
Deactivating their account.
there's a story about a dude. I don't know how he got this number, but he somehow he got the number of how many times he swiped right throughout his whole life from on Tinder. It was over 2 million. He got like one date or one match or something like that. I don't know how he got the statistic because
Yeah.
like you're just a dude, you user on there. I don't know where he came
From
from.
what I understand, it they're definitely, and I'm sure you'll agree with this. Like a lot of the dating apps are skewed more towards women. So yeah, it's definitely like the imbalance is real. So, but yeah, okay, and my bad. I guess maybe I didn't understand, but for people who are not getting success, maybe yeah,
That's
they're
most of
just-
us.
Most of us. I mean, that's the thing. If they're like mainly on the dating apps, they're probably just getting frustrated that they're not getting dates and they're not getting matches. So they're just like, what's the point?
And even if and have you matched with have you dated girls who are younger than 30 recently? Because that's a whole different breed.
Younger than 30, yeah. A couple of them, but they definitely are more free spirited. Yes.
All right, okay. Let's talk about what would you filter for? Like, what is your qualities you like? I'm just talking from like not necessarily their like a value system or whatever. Just like the high level stuff on the dating app that you would filter for.
One thing is if there is a filter for a girl who doesn't have kids, that would be something.
Yeah, I think most guys can
Um,
agree.
No, hopefully she doesn't smoke.
That's
know,
good.
I mean, like at least cigarettes and stuff. Or
Age, height.
height, as long as she's like close to my height or shorter, I'm fine with it. Like I don't care. I'll put myself.
You don't want to do a 6'5".
I mean,
Volleyball player.
if it happens, it happens.
I'm kidding.
I mean,
I'm kidding.
hey, listen, they're all the same height when they're horizontal. No.
But age, yeah.
Yeah, age would be like anywhere, for me, between early 30s, maybe mid-20s, early 30s. I don't really
Okay.
go too like,
Beyond that is like probably not, right?
yeah, either too old or too young. So,
Right.
for
And
me,
so
specifically.
that's what's happening, right? Is the older guys get, they are not. Uh, if you're in your 30s, mid 30s now, like I am, and I think you're closer there.
Yeah.
You grew up with a
Yeah.
certain time that you interacted with females your own age for a long time, right? Growing up until now. But now we're both full-grown adults who are basically self-sufficient for the most part, working careers, pursuing entrepreneurial endeavors, doing podcasts, whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Full-grown males with ambition, cool, do your thing. But I don't think we are looking for females exactly our age now because we're this much experienced. Now, majority are like, you know what? Let me look younger because like when you were that age, 26, not necessarily just you, but like a lot of people in 10 years before, if they're 30s, they would only try to mingle with girls their age.
Right.
Most of them probably had little to no success, whatever, maybe some of them did. But now that you're older and more mature and settled in some career or something, you probably won't tend to be like, you know what, I could really use another 34-year-old woman right now. No, like why not go for a younger, hopefully fit, and like less experienced 25-year-old if
Yeah.
you could.
But it kind of also, I think, kind of depends on like your goal with the woman. Like if you're looking to just date,
What other goal is there?
or if you're actually going to like settle down, then maybe I think
What other goal is there? So old doesn't make sense, does it?
older than you, yeah, obviously not, or even like
Exactly.
closer to my age, maybe not. But it's like, but yeah, I've seen like because some of the girls who are like maybe in their early 20s, a lot of from what I've seen, maybe you've seen more. From what I've seen, a lot of them just kind of want to like party, have fun. They're not looking to have anything serious. That's why I haven't dated too many of those girls. That's why I tend to like maybe stick to that age range.
Yeah,
That's again, this is just my preference. So
that's why I'm asking.
yeah. Also, by the way, you gotta love animals. So.
That's a good one. Yes,
But it's funny that you
it's
mentioned
weird
that.
if anyone says I hate animals. That's just weird. Like I don't.
Mhm.
I hope no one's like that, but I know there's someone like that. But it's weird if you come across someone like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
you hate animals, bro? Like,
Yeah.
How,
It's funny because I actually did one time. One girl I was talking to, I told her, I was like, look, I love dogs and I do plan to have one. That was like a red flag for her. I'm like, you're a red flag for me, thank you. But it's funny. Okay, so going back to the age thing, it is kind of ironic. I know usually I wouldn't date a woman that's older than me or talk to a girl, but I mean the girl I'm talking to, she actually is older than me. But I don't. But
that's just one example.
yeah, but like the thing is like as we were talking, I liked what she was saying, and I liked that she also is having certain traits that I agree with, and certain again values and principles that I agree with. So I'm like, at this point,
If it works out, you're cool.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm not like, oh, you're older than me. Nope, that's it. No.
I'll be honest, I am. 0% chance I'm gonna be with someone older than me, and honestly, 0% chance I'm gonna be someone who's even the same age as me. No.
Okay.
You want to know my really, how do you describe it? You could call it jaded view. I'm very jaded. I think we're jaded.
Okay.
That's another future episode. I don't think it's possible to not be jaded in this world anymore.
Right.
And, okay, to give an example, this girl on this TikTok today I saw quickly said, in her experience, her words, guys in their 20s believe in love and still believe in love and looking for love and da da da. Guys in their 30s are like dead inside. And I'm not saying we're dead inside. However, the whole concept of that love that you saw in those rom-coms and Bollywood movies or Disney movies that we grew up with that.
Yes.
But if you really believe that's true, like I think you live in not you, but I think that person kind of lives in some sort of a fantasy land because it's just not reality, not today. You know, was it ever in the 90s? I don't know.
Right. And that's the thing. I see movies and TV shows. They're supposed to be an escape from reality. So why would you even look at that as your guide
Real life?
Yeah, exactly. Why would you even look at that?
We make a mistake doing that. Not like you and me necessarily, but all
I get you.
people in general do that. It's like an idealized, like, oh my God, Princess Jasmine and Prince, what's his name? Like,
Yeah.
Aladdin, like, wow, can you imagine that? And
Yeah. Well,
some
the thing
people
is,
make
he had a
it-
big blue genie to help him. We don't have that, unfortunately.
It's a Disney movie, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're younger, it's okay to, if you're young, excuse me, when you're younger, and it's okay to be naive, and because you're supposed to be, and when you're younger, that's the nature of reality, nature of the world, right? You can't expect it to know everything about the universe or life.
Yeah.
Even towards the end of your life, you won't. But like for sure, the beginning of your life, you definitely won't. So it's okay to go through experiences, good and bad, to shape you who you are and shape your worldview. So yeah, for sure, 0% chance. If you're not like 30 or younger, I'm not even gonna entertain the idea. Not even for no reason, nothing, right? Now, if you're gonna, I'm not saying if we're gonna partner up on a business idea or something, or an associate,
Yeah.
or like we'll work together or a podcast. It doesn't matter, right? Because we're
That's a different relationship.
We're accomplishing a goal, and yeah, obviously, if you work with people, you work with them, whatever. But for relationship purposes, whatever, 0% chance over 30 for me, 0.
Yeah.
And that's. Would you say jaded? Would you say it's like it's too? You're like girls would be like, your standards are unrealistic.
Yeah, well, I'm not a girl, so you don't have to worry about that. I don't. Hey, listen. Even if a girl did say that, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't worry about
It's like cool.
it. Good for you.
And I'm sure you want a 6'5" millionaire. Well, your standards are 200.
5 millionaire, six pack, all that good stuff.
Guy in finance, 6'5".
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't think it's like jaded. I think again, that's your preference.
Yeah.
So I don't think I agree or disagree with what you said. That's just what you're looking for. You know?
And you know what's funny, dude? It's weird. To be a dude today, it's really weird because we live in a femme-centric time, which is whatever.
Yeah.
However, if it's okay for a woman to say, I prefer a tall, in shape, financially successful young male, but if I even say I want a woman who's younger and in shape, I'm the bad guy? The hell? Like that doesn't make sense, right? Like
Yeah.
how can you have one
It's
your preference is okay? And
Yeah,
one
the double
isn't?
standards are double
Yeah.
standarding.
And look, I didn't realize how much of a big deal they make the height thing. And trust me, I'm kind of below average for a dude in this country. So I get it now, but they really make a big deal about the height thing, man.
Yeah.
But the second you say, oh well, honey, if you're not a size 6, or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like skinny size, I'm sorry. You're fat phobic. Hey, you're sexist. You see what I'm saying? It's a double standard like crazy.
I don't know. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I've seen a video where a girl said, if you go to the gym just to be healthy, you're fat phobic. I'm like,
Dude.
okay.
People say anything
Whatever.
on TikToks. They don't care.
Yeah.
I don't have a TikTok. I don't really need to, but I might do it for promotional reasons. But
Yeah.
dude, there's almost a 0% chance of you or me going on the TikTok to record ourselves whining or complaining about something about society today, just for the world to see, and then for other people to stitch and
Mhm.
react from. That's mostly like a young Gen Z thing.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I do have TikTok, but I usually use it. So the content that I create is more like reviews and stuff. So I review movies. I've been getting really into the Indian films because they're kind of releasing it in every language.
Yeah.
So they're pan-Indian films, and a lot of them have good stories. Some of them suck, but I like to talk about which ones are good, which ones aren't. So that's just the thing, But yes, I don't really give too much of my opinion on all those things.
Is it a TikTok channel that's we do movie reviews about this film industry only? Is that kind of thing?
I mean, right now that's my focus, but I've also done other stuff. I also am a big foodie, so I've done food reviews. I think
You can plug your TikTok.
Oh, okay, yeah. TikTok is @NerdyMarkTalk, and then Instagram is @SIDS500.
Nice.
I actually reviewed like I said, restaurants and stuff. So
you do food reviews?
yeah, sometimes.
That sounds
No.
fun.
I actually did because I did my review of Cracker Barrel because that was my first time ever going to a Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
So I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was good stuff. And then I did another review of a restaurant called Capriotti's. It's like a deli sandwich place. I think they have one. I think there's one in Frisco. That was pretty good. I liked it.
It's nice. Cool. That's good. You're using it for a tool for promotional purpose for a
a specific content creation purposes, like
Yeah.
which you have, which is good.
Yeah.
But you and me are not gonna be like, oh my god, the dating scene's terrible. Oh my god, this sucks. Like we're not gonna
No.
do that.
No. No.
That's mostly a female thing, especially Gen Z female. I mean,
Yeah. Gen Z little girls. Gen Z. Yeah, it's
oh man, yeah.
it's a mad world we live in.
It's a bad world, yeah, no worries on time. So, I wanted to touch on the birth rate crisis. So there's actually a crisis, okay? And this is from a lot of content consumption I've done, research and so forth. It's, you can find all this out, probably with ChatGPT now, but
Yeah.
you can find all this out on just type it into YouTube and what have you, and see dozens of videos on this one topic, like today, you know, even videos released yesterday, for sure.
Yeah.
So, to give you a breakdown, real quick, the World Health Organization, WHO, says they determine it's called replacement rate, so future generations, right?
Okay.
You want to have future generations in a future society, a future country, and right? That means they determine for that to happen, every woman should have at least 2 babies.
Okay.
Total, 2 babies at least.
Okay.
That's what the replacement rate says. So the number in America, in the U.S. today, is 1.6 babies per woman, the average. So it's below 2. Okay, not good. Needs to be higher. Okay, for that
Right.
purpose. You know which country's really screwed? South Korea. You know what it is? 0.7.
Jeez.
You know what that could potentially mean? No more South
No more
Korea
South Korea.
in 2 to 3 generations. That's like 60 years from now. Okay, you see how bad that is?
Yeah.
It's bad, dude.
That's scary.
This is real. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you or anyone.
No. Yeah.
But it is a reality. There's data, there's stats, there's numbers from all different sources about, and they all say that. And they're all coming up with these figures. So now people can't figure out what's going on. But we talk about it. This has changed the world. We all know.
Oh yeah.
And it's also changed us, all of us, as a society.
Amen.
So it's kind of, it's reflected in this way. Because in the 50s and 60s, post World War generation, boomer, baby boomer time,
Yeah.
they have no reason not to have babies. Like, we've been free and we have economies movement and life is good, and they kind of consider like the golden era. I'm using the U.S. example because that's my most.
Well, yeah, I mean, we live in the U.S.
And that's the most historical knowledge I have. If I have more, I would.
Right. No, I get it.
So you see my point though.
Mhm.
So that is the biggest generation. I think that is the biggest generation by far of that age group ever. You know, the boomer age group. So, I mean, like, but yeah, unfortunately, that is the birth rate today.
Right.
And another factor, right? Another reason. Have you heard of the average age of marriages? What it is today compared to what it used to be?
No.
Would you like to hear?
Sure. Of course.
The average age in America of the first marriage, and it's between man and woman, for man is 31, for woman about 29, 30.
Okay.
As of today, 2025.
Okay.
You know what it used to be 20 years ago?
Probably like 20s,
Mid-20s.
mid-20s.
For both. That's a big difference, isn't it? And let's be honest, we're both 30 plus, I'm 35 plus.
And 32. I'm gonna be 33 next week, by the way. So.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
So we're both unmarried and single, like we don't have children, and we're unmarried, and we're in our 30s, right? So we're a statistic now. You see my point?
Pretty much.
And not just us, a lot of us, a shit ton of people right now. So
Correct.
it doesn't look good, and if you go back to the stats, about 60 to 80% of men
it all correlates.
aren't getting married or dating. That's bad, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, please. Any quick thoughts there?
I mean, yeah, it is, like we said, it is definitely kind of scary, and like you said, that does connect. If guys aren't dating, then they're not finding potential partners to have children. So it makes perfect sense. But I think it all comes down to because men are so frustrated with the dating scene because they're not getting success, and what that does to your mental health.
And we can touch on why, quick why. There's many whys, but we can touch on one quick why on why this is the way it is. Do you have an idea as to why it could be?
Like why men are not dating?
Not that. This why the numbers are what they are from dating apps.
I don't know.
You really never looked into any of these videos?
No, I
gotta send you channels, man. I'm
Yeah.
gonna send you a look. I'm not saying you need to do homework and like
Yeah.
just watch a bunch of YouTube for no reason. I'm not saying that, but I've been. I guess I didn't realize I'm educating that much, but like.
yeah, I just been doing my own thing.
I consume this. I do this while I work. Actually, I listen to podcasts and I work, so I get this information.
I listen to some podcasts. I usually just
Yeah.
play music. Because I'm just so focused on.
Listen to podcasts. You're gonna if you can do work without doing too much of like using your brain too much, you can probably listen to something in the background if you want to.
That's true. I mean,
If you
maybe
want
I'll
to.
listen to more podcasts, but
That's
Yeah.
just me, I guess.
I don't know. For me, I just don't pay it. I just.
So I'll educate you, my friend. This is first. There's a concept called intersexual dynamics.
Okay.
That's a topic I've been very educated on recently in the past few years. It's essentially that what males and females, how they tend to behave, how they tend to interact, and what they tend to go after
Oh,
is not
I think
always.
Yeah, I think you're kind of refreshing my memory. A little
Am I getting that? So
bit.
so okay. Right, intersexual dynamics. What females and what they are,
What they're looking for.
what they
versus-
tend to be attracted to. They could say one thing, but the studies and data show nothing else, right? So if they're swiping on 20% of matches, you know what that means? In their eyes, that's the best they can get. That's the men who make the most money, who are the best in physical appearance, who have the best.
Yeah.
In their eyes.
I think I remember this now. Sorry, it's been a minute.
You're good. It's clicking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Leonardo, to use an example that everyone knows, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Mm.
Now, no one should compare to this guy because no one is going to be the top 0.1% of anything like that. Most of us. He is 0.1% of the Hollywood world for sure. So can he have a girlfriend every day for the rest of his life?
Yeah.
Yes. But is he the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
Leo?
25.
Is he the only Leo? Yes. So guess what? Females all want this kind
Well,
of dude.
something like Leonardo DiCaprio.
He is a what's the term of a he represents like a symbol of like what is the most attractive and winner.
What is the ideal man?
An ideal situation, right? Now it's not realistic that
No.
99.9% of females are even going to get him anyway.
No.
Do they wish they could, or do they
Oh,
attract
absolutely.
a person like that? Let's just think of guys that we know of that were famous. Tom Brady's, LeBron James's. He's married, but
Yeah.
you get my point. Leonardo DiCaprio's, Bollywood dudes,
Yeah, a lot of them.
Salman Khan maybe,
Salman Khan, Hrithik Roshan,
right?
Akshay Kumar to an extent, but yeah.
Yeah. So you see my point.
Johnny
right?
Abraham, yeah.
So these are exceptional men. They're exceptional because they're exceptional in their fields, which is
Correct.
entertainment and sports and whatever field that is.
Yeah.
What these apps are
Going.
showing, exactly. So what they're showing is that females tend to all swipe right on what they perceive to be that in their dating
Yeah.
app thing.
Because they'll say like we don't care about looks, but
That's not what the numbers show.
yeah, exactly.
So you see my point. I've been doing a lot of research there, and the data shows that they're all attracted to the same dude, who is essentially a successful, financial, and in shape and taller and younger male in the West, who's making probably $250 or more, six-figure salary. You know? And the rest of the dudes are in this percentage. They're not getting anything.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're just getting rejected by the ladies because they're not making enough money or they don't look a certain way.
They're not getting an opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, it's
a mess.
It's a sad state of affairs.
It's a mess, isn't it?
It is.
Now, I'm not saying that to complain or something, or to
but no, we're just stating facts here.
It is a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have numbers. Yeah.
That's
So,
true.
I mean, do you have any other anything jumps to your mind on those things?
I mean, I think at that point, like I said, just kind of going back to like how because of this statistic and because guys are not getting the matches, it is frustrating, and that, like I said, takes a toll on your mental health, and it also makes you go. It also kind of definitely doesn't do wonders for your confidence.
Can I summarize in one word what I think the reason is? And if I had to point to one thing as a reason,
Yeah.
it starts with an F. Can you guess? Feminism.
Ah,
Very simple.
yeah. Modern day
Feminism
feminism.
has messed up everything, and I've seen enough content to know that females are frustrated after a certain age. They're frustrated. They're not getting the matches they want.
Yeah.
The younger females are they're also frustrated because I mean, they might have success, but then they're kind of sharing a dude. The guys that they want, other women want. In other words, right?
Yeah.
So, which I mean, kudos to the dude who's getting it. That's on. Yeah, if you get it, you deserve it.
Yeah.
But if you're a woman, like yo, you're not the only one. Like he's like other women desire him, and that's only why they desire him in the first place. And anyway, but yeah, feminism says, what does feminism say, right? It says you can do what a man does. You can make.
Yeah.
You don't need a man. You can make your own money. You don't have to be a mother. You don't have to, what's the word? Corner yourself or whatever as just a mother. Even though there's a lot of debate saying like that's kind of the best thing you can do as a female.
Yeah.
But that's I'll let them debate that.
Right.
Right? So that's what feminism is saying, and now everyone's pissed. Women
Sure.
my age, bro, who are divorced with single kids or single moms or whatever, they're not finding no dude that wants. Most of them that don't want that. They're all going younger, and then the younger ones are pissed because like the dudes they like, other girls are liking, and then they're just one of a bunch of people. Woo! It's a mess.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because when feminism, like originally, it was more we can do what men can do, and now it's we can do it things without men. So
We don't need a man.
it's a very bastardized version of what it used to be.
It's bad, bro.
It is.
Yeah.
So and it's sad, the sad state of affairs. But I mean, at the end of the day, what at least as guys, what we can do is we can just take care of ourselves. Again, our mental health, because that is important. And we don't talk about men's mental health.
Yeah.
June was Men's Mental Health Month, but you know,
It's July.
It is
July now. Yeah.
it is July. But you know, it's not like we shouldn't talk about it.
I mean, yeah, we're definitely gonna always talk about that. Yeah.
We should.
And I have a shirt for that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's just one aspect. Okay, if you want to win a game, you have to understand the rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to understand how you can make the moves to win said game. It could be chess, it could be basketball, whatever it is. A lot of people they're not even aware of the game.
Yeah.
Everything,
They don't even know that there's a game.
They don't even know there's a game.
Yeah, it's like the Epstein list.
We're going back to there. Oh my god. Jesus, I can't believe you tied that together.
I had to.
That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, so in order to win, you can't win something if you don't know that you're playing a game, and you also don't know that what those said rules are of said game. Everything we said is the rules of the game now.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So if you know that,
Yeah.
you can use that to your advantage to make moves.
And you have to actually qualify to get into the team. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
if you think in that, I'm just trying to use sports analogies to compare.
Yeah, I agree. You
Yeah.
can. So, but we don't have too much time today, but I wanted to get into like the Desi
Yeah.
route of this all,
Mm-hmm.
the version of it. But whatever, we can do that later.
We can do that next time. Because that's a whole nother ball game.
That's a bit more of a ball game, and I wanted to talk about this with other
Yeah.
Desi dudes, but it just didn't happen yet.
That's okay.
But yeah, man, look, it's catch-22 is the best way I can say it,
Yeah,
because
it is a catch one too.
don't we technically live in the best time of human history? We have the best of technology. We the longest of health spans. The population has never been healthier than ever, right? Everything's at the tip of your fingers. You literally don't have to leave your house to order anything. It could be
Oh yeah.
groceries, it could be your phones, it could be, and
Oh, yeah.
hell, this is from Amazon, right? You see my point?
Yeah.
So we live in such a comfortable time and technology era and everything.
That is a nice shirt though.
Thank you, sir. I'm getting into Hawaiian shirts. Yeah, thank
Nice.
you. And it's very comfortable in teeth.
Yeah, of course.
But on the flip side, it's completely messed us up here, and this modern day relationship thing. It's such a catch.
And I think like this, it does tie back to like what we're talking about with social media and how like everything is a highlight reel.
Yeah.
And we're comparing ourselves to said highlight reel.
Yeah.
So absolutely. You know. But yeah, and that's the thing. Like I know I kept going back to like mental health, but that's all this stuff affects you, mentally. And you have to, have that resolve to like not be in that position.
Yeah.
And you just gotta better yourself, do what you gotta do, take care of yourself, take care of those you love.
And in other words, mental health matters, and that there's no gender for that. It's
No.
just mental health matters.
No.
It doesn't matter age, it doesn't matter gender, and honestly, we can dive. That's a whole other topic in terms
Oh,
of,
yeah,
of generational mental health. Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
that's a can of worms.
Yeah,
And
because generational trauma is real.
that's real, dude. And when you see it, I have not seen a better example of the Matrix than that.
Mhm.
Honestly, now I can't not see it. Have you ever researched or even a tad Google search on what it means to have ADHD or ADD or
I think a little bit,
a tad, like even just a
Just a
basic
little
Google
bit.
description? You ever see that?
Yeah.
Once I read about it, like I only read because someone said a person I know may have borderline personality disorder.
Yeah.
Like what the hell is that? I Googled it. Oh my god! Every single symptom it said, yeah, that describes this person clearly 100%. Holy
Right.
shit, they do have it, or maybe undiagnosed, right?
Correct.
Then I started doing more research on all the other mental health disorders, ADHD, anxiety, which I for sure, I think everyone has some level of
Some
anxiety
level,
to a degree. We can't not have it, or I should say it's really hard to not have it within this tech era.
Oh yeah.
But but when you research, you now it's this matrix, and you're seeing this code, like, oh, this person has symptoms of that disorder, but I probably shouldn't. I'm not a certified
A PhD,
professional,
yeah.
so it's not my place to say it. I can
Yeah.
observe it and whatever. But and then when you see it in the family, oh my god, you're like, oh shit, like this is real. And I take your mental health seriously. Everyone, look into it. It's for your own benefit.
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with your gender. It has nothing to do with your age. It has nothing to do with your cultural background. It is real. It's as real as you and me right now. It's as real as this table and this whole space we're into.
Yeah.
It is real, and your no amount of disbelief of your inability to grasp doesn't make it less real. Would you
Exactly.
agree?
Yeah. Yeah. Just because you don't think it exists or you don't want to admit it doesn't mean that it's not there.
Yeah.
It's like the whole even if you didn't hear it, does a tree still fall in the forest? Or,
Oh God, he is that example.
it's just coming into my mind.
You know what they say? The experts on that tree example,
Yeah.
they say technically it doesn't make a sound because no one can hear it. They said sound depends on someone have to hear it. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's a very interesting take.
Have you? I mean, what have you heard? Or what are your thoughts on that?
Something like that. I mean, yeah, if you can't.
If a
hear
tree
it,
falls in the middle of a forest and
Right.
no human is around to get the sound from the ears,
Right.
does it make a sound?
well, it just means you didn't hear it. That's all. It doesn't mean it made it.
But how can sound exist without a receiver?
Well, yeah, it doesn't exist because, like I said, a tree could be falling right now. It's not. We don't hear it, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
The tree definitely fell in the
Yeah.
forest. My band director, shout out 2006. God, I'm doing myself. He himself, I quote, said, "It does not make a sound because humans didn't hear it."
Okay, I mean, that's that's how.
He's a band director. His job is music and sound, so
Right.
that's how he operates, right? So,
Okay.
yeah. So that's the thinking. So. Anyway, it's been a pleasure, Sid.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks for coming.
Anytime.
Please promote anything you want to
Oh
talk
yeah,
about.
I already just TikTok and Instagram. Those things. I'm also been getting into voiceovers and voice acting. I'm taking a course on that.
Nice.
With it's by Tara Strong. She voiced
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn and
Nice.
Harley Quinn, Ben 10, Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents.
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm doing that course. So I'm trying to get into that myself.
Very cool. We love Batman here, so.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy, best Batman out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Anyway.
if you like this episode, please hit the like button, subscribe for more. Again, this is Mosh with Just Some Perspective, and hope you like this episode. Mr. Sid, thank you. We'd love to do this again.
Absolutely.
We have a lot. You have ideas that we could even go into from this, didn't you?
Sure.
Today.
Yeah. Sure.
We can dive much. I think we will do that again. So
Definitely.
yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe for more, and remember, it's all comes down to some perspective.